somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead.
What is up, guys? It's your girl Vanessa coming at you with another video, and this one actually was highly requested by you guys. People who follow me on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, it should be popping up somewhere there. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I do post like a bunch of stuff. If you like videos like this one, guys, don't forget to give the video a huge thumbs up. It does help me out tons. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first thing is how I grew my hips and thighs to how they got, right? I'm gonna be showing a before and after picture for you guys, and basically I was bulking for a few months, and it started off pretty good. It started off as like a lean bulk, and for those of you who don't know what bulking means, it basically is just when you eat over your maintenance calories so that you can grow your muscles, right? Because muscles, you have to grow them. They don't just appear out of thin air. I wish. Trust. So they call the different phases of muscle growth bulking. Either they're shredding or cutting or trying to lean out, and that just basically either means like fat loss or weight loss phases. But bulking is where you're technically like gaining weight, maybe depending on, you know, how your bulk goes, but you're mainly gaining or trying to gain muscle mass. My goals for my bulk were to gain size on my legs and to gain some muscle definition every kind of where else. So, but my main goals were to increase the hips and the thighs and the butt. And so yeah, so bulking, you're basically just eating over your maintenance calories. I'm gonna show you guys what my bulking macros were, and the reason why they were this is mainly because...
Alright guys, editing Vanessa from the future here, coming at you. I'm actually going to be rolling some old footage clips because I have absolutely no idea what the heck happened to the footage. It just kind of went to shit, but it's just missing like the little part where I'm explaining to you about my macros. So I am 5'5", currently after the bulk slash dirty bulk slash maintenance. Not really maintenance. I've gained probably over 10 pounds. Out of those 10 pounds, some of it is definitely fat, some of it was muscle gain, and then, you know, obviously whatever comes like probably like water weight and water retention. But what I'm trying to prove to you guys is my macros were set for my goals, for my height, for my weight, for my exercise consistency. Like all these things in between were reasons why my macronutrients were set the way they were. So when you when you see a bunch of these cookie cutter programs out here that are giving you like 100 grams of carbs and 140 plus grams of protein and then like maybe 20 grams of fat, those aren't, you have to be very, very mindful that these programs probably aren't catered for you, for your body type, for your goals. And another thing too is that it's not realistic. It's not realistic to live off of 100 carbs. I don't know if you could do that. I know I couldn't. So you have to be able to find coaches or find programming or just maybe even test out your own body and maybe experiment with your own macronutrients to really figure out what is the best for your body. Is make sure that you are not doing cookie cutter programming that is not catered to your own macronutrients. And another thing too is that if you don't necessarily know how to calculate your own macros, I did have a video which was my fitness life hacks video that was the previous video before this one, but I actually do have links of macronutrient calculators in the description. If you want to go check that one out, I'll link it down below. But yeah, definitely make sure that you are finding programming that is catered to you and your specific goals.
It turned into a little bit of a dirty bulk. I was trying to lean bulk, but you know, stress got the best of me, and I literally started getting all a little bit crazy on the fat macros, which that's the one that really kills me, is the fat macros, guys. I don't know what it is. I love sour cream and cheese. Okay, I can't help it. So yeah, basically the bulk went a little bit dirty, but for the most part I was kind of still in the macro range for my goals, but you know, the fat macros just went a little bit, you know, and you know, yeah. What I'm trying to say is that food honestly is fuel. Food is your friend. I love food. I hope you love food. And yeah, you're not going to be able to grow a certain area of muscle if you do not eat enough food. Point blank period. If you are not eating for your goals, you will not get them. It's just that simple. I was going over my maintenance calories for sure, and that's how I was able to build mass. The other thing I want to talk about is that I actually did not do any cardio during this bulk. Probably did like maybe one session of high intensity interval training, and it was very, very minimal. And the only reason I did it was because I was like ending my bulk, and I was like, okay, B, you went a little crazy. Now it's time to get back down, okay? Time to wake up. I didn't do any cardio whatsoever, and another thing too is because I didn't have the time to do cardio because working full-time, going to school full-time, and then having to train at the same time. Some of my training sessions were pretty long, and yeah, just having to do cardio after maybe like a 2-hour workout, I was just like not feeling that. Like, you could do cardio when you're bulking as long as you're eating enough, but it's really not beneficial if your main goal is to grow your muscle. It isn't really well advised to do a whole lot of cardio. You can do some, like high intensity interval training is okay, but you aren't advised to do a lot of it. Now, I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, don't quote me, but from what I've been told, cardio is not really essential if you're trying to bulk. The other thing that I did is I do powerlifting. Yeah, so that's really my style, and those were my goals, not only to build strength but also to build muscle. So point blank period, I was lifting heavy the entire time for the most part. I was doing accessory work, but everything was pretty much kind of like in a very higher capacity in terms of like weight wise. No, I did not get bulky, so therefore you should be lifting, because lifting heavy is not going to make you bulky unless you're on steroids, ladies. Okay, and unless you're on steroids, and that's a whole nother conversation, and not at this time, not at this time. I actually PR'd a whole lot during this bulk. I had a 30-pound PR and a 40-pound PR. A lot of it probably had to do with mental, because I didn't know I could do stuff, but now I know I can do, you know, the power of just believing in yourself. Lifting heavy really did help grow those areas. I didn't do a lot of high rep stuff. I did pretty much anywhere from 8 to 10. I think the maximum was on the accessory stuff, but for the most part, I was lifting heavy, low rep stuff, and I'm talking about heavy for me and for my goals. I don't know, it might be different for you. The things that I was doing was basically the basics, guys. You see a lot of like videos make you start doing some bizarre freaking workouts, which probably work and they're probably fine, but I was just doing the basics. Squat, deadlift, a few Romanian deadlifts, a few Bulgarian split squats was like the most advanced I ever got. A lot of front squats to build the quads, and that's pretty much, for the most part, I was just doing the basics, and that's what got me the results. Keep it simple. Foundations. Exercises that are foundations are going to help those areas because they're compound movements. They work your entire body, but they work the biggest parts of your muscle as well. So, you know, keep it simple. It works. To be honest, genetics really did play a huge role in this. I naturally have wider hips than other parts of my body, and so naturally when I'm genetically built to have bigger hips and thighs than probably an average other person, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to leave that part out because I know people want to build their hips and thighs. You have to understand that yes, you will be able to grow your hips and thighs, but they may not look like certain people's hips and thighs because your hips may not be wide enough. Your hips may be a little bit too narrow, or your thighs just genetically may not be built like that. Just keep that in mind, guys. I do want to put that disclaimer out there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give the video a huge thumbs up. It does help me out tons. And don't forget to subscribe subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
A vision of